Okay, you guys, I just wanted to do an update. I haven't done one in a while. Today was finals day, and I just wanted to give you guys a really quick update. Unfortunately, I'm not in the normal room that I go into to do these videos, so I'm going to have to hold the phone, and I might set it down a few times, but anyway, so these are them.
Not once. People say it comes out of nowhere. That you'll find them when you're not looking.
I did get the whitest shade of natural color. And pretty much the natural colors, there was a good many to pick from, but they all had a variation of like a cream or ivory color mixed in to make it look more like a natural tooth. I did get the lightest shade they had in the natural color. And I know it's kind of hard to tell because right now on the camera, because of this light, it's an LED light, they look like bright bleach white, but they're not. I really don't know how to explain it. Maybe if I went in the bathroom, it might show them a little bit better under like a natural light, because that is a new LED light, fluorescent LED light that my husband installed. But let's just try this. This might give you a little bit better insight. Yeah, see, they still look pretty white, but I can kind of see some like yellow tint to them. Not super yellow, just a very slight hint that makes them look more like natural teeth and not bleach white Hollywood teeth. But yeah, there they are. You can tell as I turn my face, they are very rounded, meaning the shape of them is more oval, I guess you could say, compared to my temporary set. We're going to go back in the back room again. Yeah, see, like in different lights, the shade changes a little. Very little, but it still changes. But this light in here, because it is like a super white, bright fluorescent light, it's making them look a little bit lighter. But anyway, okay, so now that I'm sat back down here. Alright, so they gave me my temporaries to take home and keep in case, you know, I ever have a problem and I have to send my finals back to be repaired or whatnot. But these were my temps. And what I was saying about the oval shape, these were super square in shape. And I'll explain that more and kind of try to show you guys the difference. But these were the temporaries. Now, if I take the uppers off, they were very wide and very square. Like, this is pretty. I mean, I get that they're kind of like flared out back here. But if you look at just the front structure, it's like almost a perfect. It was almost perfectly straight across. It was rounded, but very, I don't know how, awkwardly shaped. They were very awkwardly rounded in shape. So it was like the front four teeth were almost side by side, straight lined. And so it kind of lifted the corners of my lip because it was stretching my lip before it would finally turn back to these teeth. So these were very wide for my mouth. They were very uncomfortable. I don't want to say very uncomfortable. Compared to what my natural teeth were and what I had the day of surgery, these were a godsend. But after the healing and when the swelling went down, like this, all this width here was to accommodate for swollen gums. So once your swelling goes, this is no longer comfortable. This no longer fit. There was a lot of food getting up underneath of these and getting stuck. Granted, it was also very easy to rinse out, though, because the gap between this and my gum was much wider to accommodate swelling. But we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, these were just very square. So when I'm comparing size or shape, sorry, I gotta unbend my phone here. These were more like my natural teeth. My natural teeth were very narrow in the front. The side teeth were my natural teeth were crooked, but my side teeth were very turned already and angling back to the back of my mouth. So when I put these side by side with these, which obviously I can't wear to at the same time, but I'm going to attempt to do this to show you the difference, you'll see these were much wider across the front and made it a lot more difficult to talk. Made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot more difficult to talk. And made it a lot Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I know I can, but that's because I know how they felt. But yeah, like these ones are already angling back on the sides here, whereas these ones were still pretty straight and side by side with the two front teeth. So it made the smile much wider and kind of difficult to deal with because it wasn't like my natural smile. The bottoms were very much the same, but when I talk, when I smile, I usually just smile with my uppers, so my bottom teeth weren't as noticeable. I could feel that they felt square, but it wasn't a big deal to me. So, we'll try and stick these back in here. Sorry, I lost my little container for a minute, but yeah, they put them in this cute little container for me to take home, save them. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much the difference in the feel, at least as far as the smile itself goes. Now, I am still struggling with the S sound. There is still a whistle and a slight lisp. It's different enough. There's a big enough improvement that I do know these are better as far as that goes, but I can still hear it. So I've resigned to the fact that for the rest of my life, no matter what the word is, if there is an S sound in it, I'm probably going to whistle some of that out. No big deal. I'm not going to cry over it. It's what it is. But it's definitely improved. I do remember in one of the implant groups, somebody told me that when you get your finals, you have to learn how to talk all over again because you're used to those big bulky things. I do notice that the upper palate material, it's still there. It's not as prominent as that. It's not as wide. It doesn't invade as much of your palate space, but it's still there. The good thing is it does touch my palate in certain places. So that's kind of limiting the airflow that causes the whistles and the lisps. But on this side, my gum, it's flush and then it dips up in, and that's where some of the air is getting through. But no big deal. I'll just deal with it. Sorry, I talked a lot. Now I've got to take a drink. I am a little concerned, but I haven't tried it yet with the water picking and the implant floss, only because the temps were so bulky and there was so much space between them and my gums. I did still struggle to use the floss. I had a hard time getting it up through without it, hitting something and bending back around. But I thought, oh, it'll get better with these permanents. Well, now I'm concerned because the space between the teeth and the real gum is so much less, like it's a lot tighter. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the floss up in there still. We're gonna experiment with that later on. And I'm not really worried about the water pick. I am to a degree because the water pick's the main way I've been flossing them. But at the same time, though, I've kind of resigned to it should still do its job pretty well. It's not that bad to where I think it's going to have that big of an impact. I just get, nervous that, I'm not cleaning good enough up underneath there and it panics me. But yeah, these are my finals. And in the comments, I could probably post a picture of what my smile looked like before my teeth went bad, because this is pretty damn close. My natural smile, my two front teeth were actually crisscrossed over each other. And before my teeth went completely to shit, I actually had a dentist who crowned the two front teeth to straighten them out because one of them was root canal and it was turning gray. So he crowned them and they were straight after that. So once he straightened out those two front teeth, this is pretty much what it looked like. Even my husband was like, wow, it looks just like it did when we first started dating. Your teeth look almost the exact same. I'm like, yeah. And crazy enough, I didn't actually even pick out the style for my teeth. Dr. Medgis's group kind of did that himself. So I really wasn't as involved in this process as I thought I'd be. I did show them pictures of what I wanted, but I figured they wanted pictures to take to the lab. And they didn't keep any of my pictures. They just looked at them, handed them right back to me, and said, okay, we'll see you for your wax try-ins. So they pretty much hit the nail right on the head the first time around. I was actually very impressed. But yeah, there they are. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. See ya.